give up playing with light ass strings?
Oh no,
You play with like thin strings.
play with nines, man. But
In D standard.
and D standard, man.
That's like every time I play with your Les Paul, I'm just like, these are noodle strings.
Yeah, man, it makes it easy, you know. But yeah, I guess I'll give up bad guitar tone for Lent.
Bad guitar tone, dude.
Give it up.
No, but what sucks about those super thin strings when you're playing that low of a tuning, it's like you press down on the fretboard and it's almost like you're pushing down too hard. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you can almost go out of tune.
Exactly.
Just pressing down. Especially if you're not used to it. But
Dude, yeah, I'd be gripping the hell out of my guitar.
yeah,
But my dad plays with, I think it's 12s with a wound G, but he plays an E standard. I think that's freaking nuts. I remember being like young and him being like, no, I asked him, I was like, Dad, do you have any guitar strings? He's like, yeah, slaps a pack of like Adarios on my lap. Wound G 12s. I'm like, I need to
snap.
And I was like, Dad, I need to like go to like E flat. And he's like, son, I play an E with these damn strings. He said, and I quote, quit being a pussy.
Dang, man.
I think I must have been like 12 years old.
Yeah.
And yeah, and then I haven't gone back since, like at all. I love playing with that wound G in 12s.
Your dad was trying to teach you some stuff when you were younger?
Dude.
Show you a little guitar here and there?
Not even. When you're in a house with Marc Broussard, it's more so like, it's just a lot of singing.
Mm.
And so it was more so my grandfather. My Papa Ted was just like, let me teach you some stuff.
Yeah.
And it was either freaking, you know, the band Yes.
Yeah.
It was either that stuff or it was Chick Corea and some jazz music. Because my dad's my papa was a very, very big jazz fan.
Yeah, a great guitar player too. I mean, did you ever really get like a full story on your grandfather? You know, I know he's done a lot. Isn't he even like Louisiana Hall of Fame?
Okay, I think my brain's like Wikipedia right now. It could be some random ass information. It could be something crazy. But the last time I checked, I'm pretty sure. So he used to play with this group called the Boogie Kings. And the Boogie Kings ended up winning a Grammy, I'm pretty sure. Either winning a Grammy or going into Louisiana Hall of Fame or some shit like that. And he played on one or two tracks on that album. But he didn't go to the Grammys for it.
Sure.
Gosh, I forgot what band he played in the 80s, but they all wore white suits, you know, like those, you know, like Miami Vice from the 80s.
Yeah.
Like that.
Oh, snap.
That type of stuff. Like suited up, Papa Ted's on Vox and guitar, super tight, full band. I think after that, he just started playing with my guitar, with my dad off and on, but he's been playing with my dad, or he used to have my dad come up on his set sometimes, but now they like to see the Teddy B and Marc Broussard duo. The crowd loves it. The crowd freaking goes crazy for the Teddy B and Marc Broussard duo.
What kind of guitar was he playing back in the day? You still get to use some of his gear anymore? Or?
He was the one that actually gave me that twin reverb, super reverb.
Yeah.
That you saw in my house. He plays with this super pretty Fender Stratocaster. It's got EMGs in it, which I'm not a big EMG guy. I'm not a big fan of EMGs. I feel like they're too hot. I like normal Fender, clean tone.
Yeah.
But that thing plays like a charm. He's had it since the 80s, and that thing still...
Yeah, I see you on your Snap stories doing some of them jazz chords. I'm like, I don't know where this boy is getting this from, but...
Dude, it's Papa Ted,
he's out
man.
here, bro.
It's Papa Ted that's like showing me all this stuff. He just got a new guitar, actually. He got a new Yamaha hollow body, and it's a demo. Like, this is like a very new guitar right now. And I got to play it at the house the other day. And I was like, holy moly, this guitar plays freaking amazing.
Oh, dude. It's nice to play on some old gear, man. The Antique Mall in Bro Bridge, they always got some gems coming in. Sadly, they're closing, bro. They're closing like this month or like maybe this week, honestly. But
Is that where you got
it's
your
where
Destroyer from?
the Explorer,
The
bro.
Explorer, yeah.
Man, I got the Explorer from there.
That thing
It was
is
a 1980 Gibson Explorer, like
like 1980.
1980.
Oh, you're entering the 80s and that boy, that bad boy
Bro.
drops.
I mean, it was. He always had some cool stuff coming in there, man. It's so sad to see it closing down because,
I've never been.
yeah, man. He had a flow of antiques coming in there, and he was changing out guitars pretty frequently. So it was kind of like having a little music store in Burr Bridge, you know.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool, man. I've even seen Justin Tockett in there one day. I'm like, Tockett, what are you doing in here? Like, what? He's like, I love Antique Mall. I was like, bro, what?
Why is he in Bro Bridge?
Bro, but people know about it.
Dude,
It's like,
I still haven't gone yet. When they closing down? Do you know?
like next week.
Oh, I might as well go make a run.
And there's not nearly as much in there, bro. It's like everything's gone, everything's being sold, and end of an era for sure.
I don't do enough like guitar browsing, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't do any of that at all, which is ridiculous. I have my hands on this SG Epiphone that I've had for a long time, and the tone knob has a kill switch on it. And so for those Losers Weepers sets, would go crazy. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
And I had this I had that Line 6 pod that I was borrowing from John. So I got that whammy in it. So it'd be like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, it was awesome.
Like some Tom Morello or some Buckethead.
Very, very Buckethead. The crowd doesn't know who Buckethead is, but at the same time, they're just like, man, whatever this guy's doing, I freaking love it. It's like overstimulating. You're kind of confused about what you're hearing.
Yeah.
But I had to retire it, or temporarily retired the guitar because I busted the nut. I busted the nut. The nut is busted and broken, so I got to get it retouched up on.
Dude, that Meteor I've got, it's not that old. I call it old because it's been on the road so much that I've had to like fill in that like the B string, the B slot on the nut like 3 or 4 times. Like it's getting used, bro.
What do you use for that?
So for a while I was bringing it to Lafayette Music and they were filling it up for me, but I've just got some I actually ordered some stuff from Stu Mac online. It's like little
Mac.
like little bone dust.
Dude, little bone dust.
Like a little like ceramic dust or whatever, and you put it in there, put some super glue in there and just raise it up and then file it back down to size.
Heard that.
To height that you want, and now I don't have to bring it in anymore. I just do it myself. But yeah, I played the shit out of that guitar, bro. It probably needs just a replacement altogether, but
Go bring it in a Guitar Center or something.
fuck no, dude.
No,
I'm never bringing a guitar back to Guitar Center, bro.
What happened the last time you brought a guitar in the Guitar Center?
I had a red Strat, and I
Nice.
put some new pickups in there, like Alnico 5, Seymour Duncan's, nice pickups. I go into Guitar Center, and all I needed was the strings. Like I was just fixing the action.
Yeah.
I just needed the strings taken down, and they give it back to me, and the pickup's dead. I'm like, what have y'all done? Like, what could have possibly gone wrong? And they're like, I was dead when you gave it to me. And I was like, it was really not. It was really working perfectly fine.
And then you fucked it up.
I would know because I was playing it all the time. I was playing it. Like, and it was just the neck pickup died, which is like you play the Strat for is this neck pickup, and it's gone now. It's never been revived. I bring it to Lafayette Music. They cannot fix it.
Dude, I would lose my mind.
I was so fucking pissed.
How old were you?
This was fucking this was like
Was this a little teen Pablo being like, fuck you, Guitar Center?
this was like senior year of high school, man.
So you had that senior angst and you were ready to whoop some ass.
Dude. I was like,
Dude, no, was it? God, there's this one guy that used to work at Guitar Center. I don't know his name, But I think it was the bald guy that did all the guitar stuff.
Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about.
We never brought our shit down because he would constantly fuck our shit up. Like it was so bad.
No, dude. Yeah, now I bring it to Lafayette Music, or I just try and do it myself. It really pays to fix your guitar yourself. But one day, hopefully, I can afford a guitar tech.
Well, I feel like every guitar player should know the in and outs of his own guitar.
Yeah.
And should know how to freaking, my dad's guitar player, like fix everybody else's instrument and his. Like he knows how to do everything. I think that's so killer. I think every guitar player should have that quality. Being like, need your action.
I agree, man.
Yeah.
And
I need to learn how to like change pickups. I've always wanted to learn how to do that.
Yeah, that would be helpful too. But and that's a good point, because not just fixing your guitar and stuff, but like how audio works, period. Like if your guitar is not coming through the speakers, you got a input path that you got to follow. You got to make sure you know what the hell's happening, because one of your guitar pedal cables is all wonky. Like
the cables are always wonky, bro.
I know, but
always wonky.
It's just like there's so much more you got to know about music than just to be able to play the guitar.
Yeah.
So much more you got to think about to be successful doing it. I mean, it gets overwhelming sometimes.
You want to learn how to be a successful guitar player? Learn how to play Brown Eyed Girl.
Oh yeah, that's what your dad told you. Huh?
Yeah, dude, that's what my dad tells me all the time. He's like, gotta learn how to play Brown Eyed Girl. I'm like, dude, I've heard this since I was 11.
You gotta learn it the right way too,
dude.
You can't just learn the GCD. You gotta.
No, you have to learn the whole thing. It's kind of like learning Billie Jean on the drums.
Yeah.
You want to get that pocket good? Learn Billie Jean on drums, dude. It's insane. Yeah. My dad used to tell me that when I would drum upstairs. We had a drum kit at my house upstairs, and I'd be jamming, and he'd be like, learn Billie Jean. And so I'd be like, for like 3 freaking hours. Dude.
Yeah.
You have to, there's like little shits in there that you gotta hit.
Yeah. It's not a bad idea, man. I'd like to be a better drummer. Probably should try and piece that one together.
Dude, I wish I was a better drummer. All I do is like hardcore. So I just go fast. Yeah, I just go fast. All I do is blast beats all the time.
Likes to go and get it.
Oh, dude. Them legs playing double kick like that.
Yeah.
Insane. You gotta do that. You gotta do that leg roll or that foot roll. The Oh, that swivel. The freaking drummer for, you know about Golgothan?
Yeah.
Dude, drummer for Golgothan. Oh. Dude, that boy, good cook by the way, but also freaking phenomenal drummer. His feet go so fast.
God, dude.
I remember the last time I saw Golgothan. Yeah, last time I saw Golgothan, I was just paying attention to the drummer, and the bass just hit me in my chest.
Oh yeah.
1,000 BPM. I think I've been drinking too as well, so it's like the kick drum was messing with my stomach and the beer. I was like, dude, I think I gotta go puke. Dude, you gotta go see Golgotha. Yeah. I know you don't listen to that type of music, but they're so much fun.
Yeah, dude, I really do have a good time in Lafayette listening to all kinds. I mean, really what I listen to on Spotify is, one thing, but when I go see live, bro, I could enjoy anything, man.
Oh yeah, dude.
Took me a minute to realize that, but I freaking love heavy, man.
Dude, I love heavy music too, and that's a weird coming from like Marc Broussard's son.
Yeah.
That's freaking
it is
insane,
kind of weird, bro. You could have been right there in the stream of just playing for him, doing the soul, doing the.
I remember the exact moment that I knew, or my mom even knew when my dad fucked up by showing me "No More Tears" by Ozzy Osbourne. Oh. That's a song that Zach Wild's on. He's playing slide on it. The second that my dad showed me that. He saw me headbang in the back of the car. I must have been 8 or 9 years old. And my mom like looks at my dad, was like, Mark,
We lost him.
we lost him. And at the time, I was playing a shit ton of Guitar Hero 3.
Yeah.
So I already knew that I was gonna get into heavy music eventually. I was playing Slipknot songs at like 6 years old on Guitar Hero. My dad was like, "We gotta take this damn game away.
Take this devil music away.
Yeah, we gotta take this devil music." Yeah, for the longest time, I had to go behind their back because I loved Pantera and I loved Slayer and I loved Metallica. And I remember one time I showed up to my parents' house, must have been 13, and I got back from FYE, and I had a bag filled with CDs. And so I tried to run as fast as I could to my room, and then my mom's like, "What? You got in the bag?" she's like flipping through, and thank the Lord I put like my Cannibal Corpse CD in my back pocket because she would have shat herself. The album was called Tomb of the Mutilated.
Oh, no.
First track was like Hammered Smash Face. Second track is like Icon Blood.
No.
Dude, the crazy track list. I'm so happy that my mom only found the Pantera CD.
Dang.
But yeah, I used to get grounded for listening to that devil music. Dead ass. I think that was actually the strictest rule that they had. I couldn't listen to Pantera because the music was so vulgar.
Yeah.
I was also like, you know how like when you're first hitting puberty, you're just like you got all these mood swings. You're more aggressive than usual. So all that pent up rage for a 13-year-old was getting mixed with freaking 5 minutes of love. It was awesome, man.
Dude, but your dad's got a dark side too, huh? He listens to some heavy stuff too.
Dude, no, not really, man. I'm slowly itching him into the heavy stuff. He does really like Alice in Chains, like R.I.P. Lane Staley. He freaking loved Lane Staley's vocals. He also kind of like Soundgarden a little bit. Loved Chris Cornell.
Yeah,
but when it comes to like the shit that me and my brother listen to, is like, I don't understand how you're gonna listen to this.
yeah. Well, you definitely have shown me some of the craziest music I've ever heard.
Dude, that freaking hardcore though, I think there's something about Beat Down, just like that freaking awesome drum group. And that freaking, those hardcore riffs are so simple, but they hit and they're catchy. I think that's also what makes my brain go. The singer's just like, oh, wait, what did I say earlier about the freaking Kublai Khan thing? The singer for Kublai Khan was like, I did not come all the way here to watch y'all sit on y'all's ball sacks. Now take the other person right next to you and turn them into guacamole and tell me what it tastes like.
Dude, that's how you get a crowd to freaking start circle moshing.
Dude, no, man. I went to go see Jesus Piece with my roommate. Oh, my gosh. And she's a tiny little girl, man.
Yeah.
She's tiny.
Yeah.
And she's like, there's a band that came on stage. They're called Scowl. And it's a woman front lead, so she's very like, my roommate's like, okay, I have to see this in person. So they get up on stage, and she looks at me, hold my shit. And she's that's probably the fastest circle pit I've ever seen in my freaking life. Dude, they're like jogging, dude, not even jogging. They're like full sprinting. It was nuts. And it was a slow song. Like, why are you running that fast? In the middle of the circle pit, this guy's like, there should be a rule. Dude, there should be a rule. No karate in the pit.
No karate in the pit.
No karate in the pit. Bro. Although, like, you can't help yourself when you go to events like that, though. The second a breakdown, a nasty-ass breakdown hits, the second that you're, like, you start to ball up your fist. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? This song is starting to sound like I should let everybody know in this venue that I have these hands right now.
Dude, especially if you're on some substances that might make you not feel so many things.
I was on a few Paradise Parks.
Okay, well, that's not too bad. But yeah. If you can't feel your body and you go into a mosh pit, you're gonna wake up the next day feeling it.
No. Interesting fact, like majority of the hardcore scene is straight edge. So a lot of these people going to these shows don't even drink, they don't smoke.
Right.
They don't even smoke cigarettes, man.
Like they that's just kind of the edge of rebelling. Like they've rebelled enough to get there because they must have come from a pretty tight household.
Oh, most definitely. Some of these people come from like crazy ass families. You know what I mean? Like really, really crazy families. So they've seen people struggling with addiction. That's what most of these hardcore bands are writing about too. Just like problems with their family life. That's why all these bands are straight edge. They're like, oh, I don't want any part of that. I don't want any part of that freaking Red Bull.
Yeah. We get some more Red Bulls for sure.
I'm gonna have a damn heart attack. What freaks me out about Lafayette is like going to a bar and just watching one of the bartenders shotgun a Red Bull. Have you ever seen that happen?
Not with a Red Bull.
Oh my gosh, it is so scary. Like, why do you have to do that? Just take an Adderall before work.
Yeah. Well,
I feel like it's not impressing anybody. It's like, hey, lady, you want to see me shotgun this freaking Red Bull? Those big cans too. Like, why are you doing that?
Yeah. I mean, Jesus. Yeah. Your heart.
Dude, I feel like there should be an Adderall dispenser.
Bradley, do you think you can get us some more Red Bulls? Thank you, man.
Some more Red Bulls.
Thank you, man.
We had to put paper over the Red Bull.
Because, man, no one's sponsoring us, man. We, not getting paid for your branding, so
we're getting sponsored by paper.
I'm gonna write your ad here.
Dude, we should have got green paper so you could put anything you want on
that
it.
Smart,
dude. Wouldn't that be so tight?
Yeah,
I think you should just. Yeah. I think you should definitely get a freaking green screen just for fun, like the whole this thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought about a green screen for making some videos, man.
You should definitely have a segment where like you get a guest on the show. Call this segment like Green Out or whatever. Kind of like, but like you're getting stoned as hell, but you also got this green screen, so you just like push buttons on the computer. It's okay, we're at an aquarium now. We're in a lava pit. I think that's super tight. I think that'd be rock and roll. You should have did that with Lee Allen.
And just have like cat videos behind Lee Allen, and then it switches.
Dude, I think that would have been perfect.
Like a big dude eating spaghetti or something.
Dude, he's like such a sweet guy.
Yeah, real humble dude, man. It was kind of tough, kind of pulling some of these stories out because I know he's lived some crazy life, dude, and I just want to be like, Lee, just like brag on you. Tell me what you've been doing, man. Like,
tell me about yourself.
Tell me, come on, man.
No, dude.
But he's so humble, and you wouldn't get a career like that unless you kept your head down.
Most definitely. Playing Zydeco.
Yeah, man. Travel the world.
Tell me about your side of the what you want to say, scene.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I want to know,
dude. I mean,
tell me some stories, Pablo.
Dude, I mean, when I was 19, I kind of moved back to Lafayette from Baton Rouge from LSU.
I was about to say,
and I didn't really have anything lined up. Like I was playing with Joe Bryson at the time, and
freaking Bryson. I forgot about that.
And we were pretty stoked to just be playing like the varsity, and then to play for some like football tailgates. We did like the Old Row tailgate tour, which we got kicked off in like two shows.
Why?
Well, they ran out of money. It was the first time they were doing it.
Okay,
and so they started cutting corners, and we were like the first corner to get cut. And, then they cut another corner. I mean, like they did. It was their first time doing this thing, which was like they would basically put on an event for Old Row tailgates. So it was like a college game, SEC game, and they'd put on this thing and try and get these college kids to come to a show. But they'd get like three bands and a DJ, and it was just over planned and
way over planned.
They ran out of money real quick.
I was about to say that's a good way to lose some freaking money.
But yeah, once that was kind of over with, I was like, I need to get whatever gig I can, man. Any gig that came my way, I took it. So I was playing with with Buckwheat Jr., which was I was super lucky to get because I was playing with Lil Buck beforehand.
Yeah.
Before I left for LSU, and whenever I was learning with Lil Buck, he was kind of teaching me the Buckwheat songs because Lil Buck played with Buckwheat.
Yeah.
And so whenever Buckwheat Jr. was trying to put the show back on, he was like, "You're the last person Lil Buck taught, so you know the stuff. So, come play with us." And so that was pretty sweet. We played maybe like not that much, maybe like 6 times a year.
Oh,
but
damn.
but in those 6 times they were festivals, and they were some of my bigger gigs.
I was about to say.
So it was kind of awesome. It was a great experience, and it gave me an opportunity to kind of get better at playing big venues without without really overworking myself because I was still in college. So I'm at UL, and then I started my own bands, and I started
Hazy Days.
Well, before Hazy Days was Glitch in the System, and
I forgot about Glitch in the System.
like,
Holy shit!
So ever since I was 19, I was just trying to write. Really younger than that, always trying to make a band and write original music, and then finally had Glitch come together with just some friends from UL and just some friends from high school and stuff, and then
what kind of music did y'all play?
Dude, well, it was all originals. But it was like punk. So the lead singer Garrett,
Garrett,
I love Garrett. He listened to a lot of Suicide Boys, so he was kind of rapping, and so it was kind of like this Seattle grunge to a rapper, and we were having fun, but
Rage Against the Machine type of stuff.
Kind of almost. I mean, almost Red Hot Chili Peppers too.
Ooh,
but there was just different ideas for what we wanted to do, and I definitely was trying to figure out what I was trying to do with my music career.
Glitch in the System wasn't your thing.
It was close. It was fun, but it was. I just knew that if I wanted to do something, I was gonna have to work on myself. I was gonna have to be my own front man to really play exactly what it was I had in mind, because you can't. It's hard for everyone to have the same vision.
Yes, and that's why it's hard making a band. That's
what's so admirable about any band that's making it happen, is because it takes a commitment.
Yeah,
everyone has to be committed to an idea, and that's the hardest part. And so,
that's part of the reasons why I didn't really like being the Loose Weepers, because, oh my gosh, it was head clashing 24/7. It's like, oh, we should do this, or we should do that. This is the direction that we should go with our music.
Yeah.
So after Glitch in the System, was that Hazy Days?
There was Hazy Days next, but I was also playing for, I was playing at one time for like 5 bands at once, because I was just taking all the gigs I could get. So I had my own band. I was playing guitar for Jansen Mott, for Buckwheat, and then the Buckwheat Zydeco gig led to Horace Tronhall. So I was playing for Horace, and then I was playing for Gerald Grunig and just a couple other people here and there. Like I filled in some spots for the Late Nights and for Mia Montero, and just like other musicians in the area, just kind of filling in spots. But the majority of my gigs were from Horace Tronhall.
I was about to say, that's a pretty big gig.
Yeah, Horace was the best gig for me, honestly, because it was.
I bet you got some stories, huh?
We probably played 100 shows a year, and then had. It was a ton of experience, man. It gave me a ton of stage time, and it just got me way more comfortable on stage. It got me way more familiar with my instrument and with the fretboard. And like I just had so much time. It was kind of like a Cajun jam band, because Horace had me for a little while. He had a sax player too, and the rugboard, bass player, drummer, and accordion. And so we're switching solos. We're passing solos around from the guitar to the saxophone player. Even the bass player was getting a solo. I was like, okay, this is like a jam band.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's a jam band.
This is basically just a Zydeco Cajun jam band, because I'm just sitting on the one chord the whole song, and then I get a little time to solo, and then I'm back to the chord, and you do that for 3 hours a night, 120 plus times a year, and then you get really, really comfortable. You know, you have a lot of time to figure stuff out. And so
that's freaking nuts.
One thing I realized from these Zydeco bands is so much of the practicing we did was just playing the actual shows. Like, you just were rehearsing on stage for a bigger show that you were going to play at some point in your life. But by going out there and just going do it, you just got tighter by doing the shows. And that takes, you know, it's a little easier whenever you're joining a band that's already been established and already been playing for years and years. But you know, if the front man has his stuff together, then the musicians can catch on quicker than not. And and then,
was it fun?
Oh, dude, it was a blast. It did definitely change my relationship with music, because playing that many times a year definitely makes you, you know, look at music differently. And like, at some point I was just listening to the music that I needed to learn. Yeah. And not so much listening to it for enjoyment. But and also the, you know, 3-hour gigs are a little hard, a little tough, because you got a guitar, you know, anyone really, it's physical energy you're exerting for 3 hours. You can get tired, and then you gotta pack the trailer after, and then you gotta drive home, do it again the next day. It can really make you start looking at it like work, but it's so little of a point compared to the idea that, man, I'm getting paid to play music. It's like, even when it becomes like work, I just always remember, dude, I am so freaking lucky and so freaking grateful to be making money doing what I love. And
dude, it's hard to come by, to be honest.
It makes it all worth it, man. But really, if you want to make money playing music, you've got to play other people's music.
I was about to say, yeah, that's why you got to learn Brown Eyed Girl.
Right.
Dude, that's why you got to learn all this shit. Even like joining a wedding band, you're still walking out with a lot of money.
Yeah, but yeah, so I mean, that was kind of the idea too, is like, I was having a great time, but I still wasn't playing my music. Yeah. I still wasn't expressing myself in the entire way that I wanted to. But I had a great time, and I love playing guitar, really. And if you can be disciplined enough to learn someone else's gig and pick that up, then you can make a living playing music, man. It's possible. And while I'm doing that, I'm honing my skills to be ready when I'm ready to put my own stuff out. I was like, oh, I'm feeling sharp right now. I haven't been like sitting on the couch all day. I've been gigging, and now it's time for me to really put what I'm trying to do out there.
It's time to open a can of whoop ass.
I know, huh?
Time to open a can of whoop ass, dude. Yeah.
So I'm stoked, man. I had a great time, and Horace was one of the coolest figures in my life, bro. He taught me a lot about the music industry, taught me a lot about professionalism, and about just about what it means to live a happy life. You know, Horace.
It's awesome.
Horace is a real spiritual guy. I've got him coming on next week. Actually, I'm pretty excited, man. But yeah, man, Horace was. You know, he gets to play music when he wants, and he's got a side hustle of, you know, cutting grass business and doing real estate, and so he makes his money and has a family, and he's got, you know, 2 kids, and he's got a farm with some cows and some chickens, and
that sounds so nice, actually.
And just has a you know, lives his life, and it's, you know, gets to play when he wants, and he gets to play these festivals, and he's played in Paris, he's played in
Paris,
or in France, and in Canada, and been around, man. He's had a successful career, and it started making me think, like, what does it mean to have a successful music career?
Yes.
You know, what does that mean? And for so long, I wanted to just dominate the world and take over, man. But honestly,
That isn't exactly success.
well, no. And if you don't have time to see your kids grow up, and you don't have time to hit some of the life moments that you want, I mean, it's a lot to consider. But also, you gotta. It's tough to have kids at all, and you gotta provide for them, and you gotta.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't imagine having a kid today, and so like, dude, especially on music. So,
Oh, dude, my dad had me at 20,
dude,
and he was touring.
yeah, man, it's
Dude, it's freaking nuts. I hear all the stories, and like, it breaks my heart for both my parents when they're telling me the stories. Like, my dad would go a month or two without being able to see his little baby boy.
yeah, man,
I think that's freaking nuts and heartbreaking. And that's what I'm like scared about. That's why I need to get my touring done now.
that's what I'm saying, man.
That's why I want to go on tour now while I still don't have a child.
And yeah, you better stay that way.
Oh yeah, most definitely, dude. We don't need a little baby Daytona right now.
No, man.
Oh heck no.
Yeah, it is pretty admirable, man. Like even my dad, like he wasn't always at the baseball game or at whatever, just because he was working to give us a really good life, and he really did give us a great life, and that's a blessing, and it makes you kind of reevaluate how do you want to spend your life, and how do you want to spend your money, and doing what. Like, I would love to be successful enough to provide a real good life for somebody, not just kind of, oh, I made it for myself, and then I can't support anyone else. I can't nurture a family. I mean, that takes a lot of work. So I'm hoping to really get out there and go get it. And
Go get that bag.
oh yeah, man.
No, dude, I'm on the same page as you. I would really like to grab the world by the balls, low key. Oh no, I feel like I really want to dismantle some shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just want to do something different with music. I feel like I'm not quite doing it yet, though.
Yeah, but you're young, man. Figuring it out. I'm young too. I like to just think that I want to be there already, and I just want it. I want it bad, but
and it's almost like you can see that vision too. You can see it, and that's what sucks so bad about the vision. Because like you see it, and you're just like, why am I not fucking there right now?
Yeah,
I see it. Why am I not there? It's also like trying to get off your lazy ass and doing it. I have a really bad problem with being lazy, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't have recording stuff in my house, so I have to go to my parents' house to record all my demos.
Yeah.
And it's even when I go to my parents' house, we always end up like drinking a shit ton. The next day, I'm like, I don't feel like recording any demos right now. It's so bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just recording the music.
Yeah. Lately, I've been feeling good though. I've been feeling just enjoying the grind and enjoying the journey. It's like, at some point it's going to be over. It's going to be past, and
I don't want to think about that. I don't want to think about that shit. Let's just enjoy life now.
Yeah.
You've been having it good lately, huh?
Yeah.
Dude, I was about to say, like, you just fucking graduated college.
Yeah.
You got some freaking... Who are you gigging with right now?
Still with Gerald Grunig a little bit. But
that's the guy that was on the news with
the
accordion guy.
Gerald's the KLFY anchor, or not an anchor, but he does like the Acadiana Eats segment and the local music scene.
Yes.
Does like local music highlights. And he did a highlight on me when I was like 19, right?
He's older?
Yeah, Gerald's like 31, maybe.
Heard.
And he did that spotlight on me, and I was so like, Gerald, I mean, I'm not in a band, like I'm not doing anything. Like, why would you do a spotlight on me? It doesn't make any sense. Like,
because you're a freaking badass.
And I was just like, dude, thank you, man. I appreciate it. And he's just like, yeah, man, it doesn't have to be anything. Like, just get on here and do it. Like all right, man. So, and then now he's seen me do what I've done over the past 3 years, and I'm still playing with him now. And, that's now me playing for him is like, kind of crazy, because when I first met him, he didn't have anything. He didn't have a band. He didn't even pick up the accordion yet. And then I think he's only been playing the accordion for 3 years, maybe 4 years. And
he did a pretty good job when I saw him at Grouse Room.
oh yeah, within 4 years, he's picked up a ton of gigs and a ton of talent, and just made it happen, man. But he had the, he had the clout to get the best band in Lafayette, man. He's got Lee Allen on bass.
I was about to say, he's a really good people person.
Dude, great dude, man. He's like that all the time, man. Even at practices, freaking Energizer Bunny, dude.
You gotta have that though. You have to have that.
Oh, dude.
So that's what makes a band fun, like a fun time.
Oh yeah.
Even when I was doing Losers Weepers stuff, even for the practices, I was still like jumping around in the band members' faces, like, "Oh, come on, let's beat the shit out of each other. It's practice, but it's okay."
Yeah.
And the Losers Weepers shows used to be so much fun.
Dude, I mean, that was an era, honestly. Like, you living at the Weepers house.
At such a young age. I was 17 years old with 3 other guys. Before the drummer moved in, it was just me, the singer, and the bass player. And eventually the drummer moved in, but it was just a 17-year-old with 3 other guys ranging from 21 to 23. Maybe, 21 to 23.
And you're 17.
I am fucking 17 years old. It's nuts, man. I remember this memory clear as day. So it was when COVID was coming around, and I had woken up sick as hell. Oh my God. And there was so many fucking people at the house. This is back when the drummer's room in the house was the studio, and I was sleeping in the studio at the time. And I woke up in like a cold sweat, and there's people everywhere in the house. I'm like, what the hell's going on? I am sick. Everybody get the fuck out. And our friend's girlfriend came up to me, like put her hand on my forehead, was like, "Oh my God, I want to go grab you some medicine," while everybody's still at the house. There's a freaking party going on. That was my life. That was my freaking life. It was nuts. Like, freaking, you're sick. Who gives a fuck? We're still throwing a party. Yeah. It was nuts. We all caught a break 1 month when we all caught COVID at the same time. That was a nice little party break.
Dang.
We didn't need to throw any more parties.
Yeah.
No, we were we were throwing parties every fucking weekend.
Yeah.
It was nuts.
Good parties, man. Bro, I mean, what?
How much money did we spend on beer? I don't even know.
Oh, dude. And I can't imagine the cleanup, bro.
Oh my gosh. It was like,
I mean, like, I just remember seeing videos of the Halloween party, which I wish I could have gone to, and like it being slammed.
Dude, there was mud all over the fucking house. Like, there were so many people in the house. If you were in the living room trying to get to the backyard, it took you 30 to 40 minutes. It was absolutely insane. I remember the next day, me and the singer slept in the same bed because we're so fucked up. We're just like, let's just bunk together. And we wake up and we're just like, oh. And he's like, go look at the floor. And so I open the door and I look at the hallway. We had white floors, by the way. They were dark brown.
Yeah.
If you turn on the fan in the living room, cake pieces flying everywhere, dude. It was freaking nuts, man. Because the night before, our friend threw cake in the singer's face.
Yeah.
It was nuts. Also, around that time when I first moved in, me and the drummer were doing drum and guitar lessons for the neighbors behind us. And so we would hop over the fence. I would hop over the fence with acoustic guitar. I would teach their son how to play music. And by the end of the week, I'd have like $75 maybe. And that went straight to beer. My 17-year-old ass was just like, I think I know how to party. I'm just going to go straight to beer. And what they would do is they would use some of that money to, like, they'd give me food with that money, but at the same time, they would all buy IPAs and the nicest beers ever, and they would buy me a 6-pack of hams, like the cheapest beer that you can get. It was fucking awful. I was drinking 6 packs of hams every week. Have you ever had hams before?
I don't think so, dude.
It's like drinking a Rolling Rock.
I don't know if I've had that either, man.
You never had that either?
Like a natty?
It's like drinking a shitty natty.
A shitty natty? Come on, dude. How did you get it?
Dude, man, it was Albertsons because we lived right across the street from Albertsons.
Yeah. Dude, and how did your neighbors take the hundreds of people that you slammed in this house for a punk show in the middle of COVID?
Man, I wish the videos were still up because we did vlogs for Losers Weepers.
Yeah.
And so there was one vlog. I remember this like it was yesterday. So there was this one time where we got the cops called on us like 3 or 4 times. And eventually I put 2 and 2 together. Oh no, we all did. And we're like, it's gotta be the neighbors across the street. Because we originally thought it was the neighbors behind us, but they're like, no, we love hearing y'all play music. How about y'all give our like children lessons? But we put 2 and 2 together. It's like, it's gotta be those fucking neighbors across the street. And so everybody was like, so who's going to go up and talk to them? And I was still 17 years old at the time. So they all look at the 17-year-old and was like, hey, you should do it. And at the time I had like freaking shaved head, dyed pink, this fresh ass tattoo. Tatted up 17-year-old punk looking kid goes up to the house. And I'm just like, hey, no, I knock on the door. Father comes to the door. He's like, how's it going? I'm like, hey, it's come to my attention that we've been getting some noise complaints just around the neighborhood. We'd really like to know when's a good time me and my band can practice. And they were like, preferably never. And I'm like, and I remember, oh my gosh. I remember talking to the guy. I was like, can you please stop calling the fucking cops? And he's like, how do you know it's us? And I'm just like, you seem very suspicious right now. And the wife is in the background, like, watching the whole situation go down. It's like, super embarrassed. Like, embarrassed as fuck. There was some shady shit going on with them neighbors, though.
Oh, what?
Some super shady shit. Like, it's one of those situations where like the father sucked and the wife was constantly like, how's it going, y'all? Like, she was very nice to us, like super nice to us.
Oh my god,
a freaking not dropping any names, bass player for Weepers was always like, bro, I think the wife's got it out for me, man. I really want to go for it. So we're always thinking about, do we have to save the day one day? How about that? Lose Weepers saves the neighbor's wife. No, but it was, man, we were some shitheads in that neighborhood.
Yeah.
Oh God, freaking the freaking house to the right of us. There were some people putting it for sale, but they still had their boat. And so I remember we took photo shoots in the freaking boat. Oh my gosh. And we were terrible.
Dude, I would not want to live next to a punk band, bro.
Especially Losers fucking Weepers.
Dude, I just remember when I met Matt and I'm finally going to hang out with y'all at the house and y'all are playing. I lost so much hearing.
I was about to say, because we play loud.
So quickly. Like, I had never lost in my life. And I lost so much hearing real quick.
No.
But it's okay. I lost more playing Zydeco over the years, but like,
dude, oh my gosh,
that was a start.
No, man, freaking drummer was the only one that was smart enough to constantly wear earplugs, and it took me, I would say, until, so I joined the band in 2020. I didn't start wearing earplugs until 2021. Like late 2021. And yeah, my hearing's fucked now.
Yeah, I'm on that earplug game now, man.
Dude, it's a safe thing to back up on. You want to save that hearing until you're 60.
Yeah.
You don't want to end up being like Teddy B and talking to his grandchildren, be like, "What did you say, Papa? I love you. I hate you.
Yeah, and
I hate you too."
Even some of the engineers at Dockside, like one of them's having some big ear problems, and he's he's getting older, and it's like that's your livelihood.
Oh, dude.
So man, it's like, dang, man. But he's still I guess kind of has the feel for how you turn the knobs on the mixing board and stuff. So he's still kind of making it happen. But I just feel for him because like if that is your whole life, and then to have problems with your ears, I'd kind of be freaking out a little bit. But
Oh, dude.
you know,
you get that loud buzzing in your ear.
but life's got to go on, I guess. I mean,
How frequent? What do you call it when you get that buzzing in your ear?
tinnitus.
Yeah. How often do you get it?
I get it probably like, maybe like 3-4 times a year.
Heard that. Yeah. Same here. I would say I've got it. I haven't gotten it yet, but I also haven't been playing music, so I think it's gonna change when me and my roommates
And it's just
form
for
that
like
band.
it's just for a couple seconds, like less than a minute, and
Yeah, it only happens in less than a minute.
like it just comes and goes. But oh man, my allergies.
I was about to
kicking
say,
in, bro.
dude, it's kicking in bad.
Oh, dude, I'm so sorry.
You need to go blow your nose real quick.
You want to take a little bathroom break?
Yeah, we
Blow
can take a
nose?
little bathroom break.
All right, we'll be back.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Dude, I just got a job at Ulta Beauty. Dead serious.
What? Doing what?
Apparently, I'm a beauty advisor. So I got fired from Pizzaville, USA.
Got fired?
Yeah, I got fired. Dude, over some BS. But I guess I overreacted. But so I wanted to go to New Orleans for Mardi Gras. By the way, Mardi Gras, New Orleans, French Quarter is always freaking nuts, but we weren't in the quarter. We're in like a Bacchus area. Do you know what Bacchus is?
Yeah.
Bacchus Parade. So we did that. So we're in that area, and dude, it was beautiful. It was so awesome. So I had to take off of work for that weekend. I told them, I was like, "Hey, I have strep," and they're like, "Okay, bring a doctor's excuse." I don't have strep. I'm going to get a doctor's excuse from my roommate. So while I'm in New Orleans, I get a text message from my boss being like, "Hey, I need your date of birth with freaking 2 other contacts in the group chat. It's a group chat. Why can't you just text me personally?" You know what I mean? She's like, what's your date of birth? I'm like, before I send it, like, why do you need it? And I kept asking, and she wasn't giving me a direct answer. And so eventually she was like, "All right, fine. I'm not interested in your employment with Pizzaville anyway." She's being very, very weird.
Wow.
Some shady shit's going down at Pizzaville though. I'm not gonna out them right now though. I'm not gonna out them.
What?
I can't out them right now because like I got some fellas that work there that I'm really good friends with, so I don't want to out. I can't out Pizzaville, but pulling some shady shit. Dang. But the second that happened, my girl's mom was like, "Fuck that bullshit. You want to work at Ulta?" I'm like, "Okay, I don't know shit about makeup, but I'll do it." So I'm doing like beauty advising, maybe cashier, and I'm gonna be like doing load up truck work.
You worked there yet?
Yeah, I had training Friday. Can you not take me seriously with the glasses?
I can't, but you're also talking about working at Ulta Beauty. I don't.
You can imagine freaking Jackie Daytona, Garbage Fry, Gavin Broussard working at all of my aliases. Dude, it's actually really funny because like sometimes my dad was like, "Please don't act like a jackass tonight." I'm like, "No, tonight I'm Jackie Daytona." "I'm not your son, Dad. It's all good. We're chilling."
Yeah.
No, I that's what's so tough about having a dad that's a well-known singer, because like you really have to like, if people know who your dad is, then you have to keep yourself in check.
Yeah.
And that should never be the case, being like, "Okay, am I acting a fool?" You should never get to that point of acting a fool, but sometime duty calls.
Dude, but I mean, you definitely had. You were definitely surrounded with people of a certain caliber. Like, I mean, that has to rub off on you a little bit. Like,
Yeah, when people say that they're not influenced by others, they're fucking lying. They are lying.
definitely.
They're lying out of their butthole, dude. It's insane. Like, holy shit. The next time somebody's like, I'm not influenced by anybody, I'm probably gonna deck him in the face. It's nuts. It's bullshit. Your entire life runs on ego, to be honest. Like, what's the first thing that you think about when you wake up in the morning?
Yourself. I mean,
Yeah, you think about yourself. You don't want to go to work. You don't want to get up. You're hungry. What's going on? And that ego is also the one telling you that be jealous of this person. Maybe you should be like that.
yeah.
That's why, and not saying sometimes it's good to be influenced by others. That's why I try to surround myself with good people.
And that's really the thing too. It's all about who you surround yourself with. Like you are who you surround yourself with, and that's like leaving LSU. I love my people at LSU, but I was surrounded by maybe like worse influences, and then coming back home and living by myself or living with my parents. I mean, you're going to have a different lifestyle. You're gonna have different habits. You're gonna have different perspectives because you're totally influenced by the people you surround yourself with. And you got to grow up in a musical family surrounded by cats, surrounded by unbelievable musicians, and it clearly rubbed off. I mean, you're definitely one of the most creative people I know. And
Oh, stop it.
bro, I mean, like, that doesn't come out of nowhere. It's like you have to hear a lot of music in order to create your own style.
Oh yeah.
And
dude, it's weird because some of my biggest influences aren't even like hardcore musicians. Like, my biggest influences range from freaking Stevie Wonder to Donny Hathaway.
Yeah.
And one of my biggest influences, and forever will be, was probably Blake Mills. I don't know if you ever heard of Blake Mills. Check him out. He's a really cool cat. Brilliant slide player. Another non-metal musician that I like. This was the band that got me wanting to play music, all because of Back to the Future. I would say Huey Lewis and the News.
yeah.
Huey Lewis was a very, very big inspiration of mine. Even when it came to, like, before I changed my name from Garbage Fry to Jackie Daytona, I was about to release some like 80s pop tracks, and I was super influenced by Huey Lewis. Them guitar tracks, like if you listen to the song Heart and Soul, there's this freaking badass guitar harmony going on, but like before the ending of the song, and I was like, I want to do that.
Yeah.
I want to rock and roll. And I grew up listening to, like, back to the whole, like, what my dad was listening to, what's the heaviest stuff that my dad listened to. I grew up listening to, freaking Joe Stark. I was listening to Joe Stark, and I'm like, that was my dad's guitar player at the time.
Right.
I was listening to his band, Sons of William. I was listening to a lot of Aerosmith.
Yeah.
Loving the Elevator by Aerosmith was played in the car 24 fucking 7. Oh my God. I'm in the elevator. Dude, it was played all the time, man. And I loved every second of it. Dude, also Sons of William was played too much. Oh my gosh. I think my pre-K year, I did the talent show, and I think, so it was my pre-K and my kindergarten year. I sang my dad's song Evangeline Rose, and then the first time I went to do the freaking talent show, I did Bloodshot by Sons of William, and it was the cutest thing ever. I will not lie. Little 6-year-old, 5-year-old Gavin, Bloodshot, baby. No, man. Growing up in a household like that was freaking awesome.
Yeah.
They're like, my parents are kind of weird, so I grew up weird. I think I probably told you about the bone penis story.
No.
Have I ever told you about that?
No.
So I remember when I was younger, or vaguely, my parents remember it clear as day. I had my grandfather's dinosaur book, and I was pointing at the bones. I was looking at my parents like, this is the leg bone. This is the head bone. This is the tailbone. I'm pointing right at the pelvis. And I look at my parents. I'm like, you know what this is? The bone penis. And, you know, like a little 5-year-old says this, they're definitely going to be like, this is fucking hilarious.
Right.
And we're going to take this to our graves. And so we constantly like come back to that statement, just like, hey, you know what this is? The bone penis, dude. No, man.
Dude, you and your dad definitely have a similar sense of humor, bro.
Oh, it's fucked up, man. I don't want to out my father out on this podcast. I definitely do not want to out my dad out on this podcast. But we kind of got some fucked up humor.
We're gonna edit something out.
Oh yeah, dude. My dad had this funny ass book idea about raising children. I'm not gonna say the name of the book, but it's freaking. He's got to tell you himself, and he's going to. I think you're gonna get a kick out of it, but no. And dude, me and my siblings love my parents so much. Growing up, when I hit middle school, high school, I hated my parents.
Yeah,
that was like the rebellious, like, fuck you, mom and dad.
Yeah.
And I would always hear the joke is like, you know, it's super punk respecting your parents.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, maybe I'm a pussy then. All right.
Yeah.
But me and my parents did not get along when I was in middle school and high school at all. But
dude, I mean, it is hard growing up to have a changing relationship with your parents, to see them as real human beings.
Oh, dude.
And
you think you know everything.
I know.
Yeah, you think you know everything. You're just like, when you're growing up that age, you're like, I know what the fuck I'm talking about. You know, like when parents will like talk to you, right? And then you say something stupid and they laugh in your face.
Yeah.
Oh, I hated it so much. And my dad was the king of that.
Yeah, bro.
He was the king of, like, if this makes sense, do you ever watch That 70s Show?
Yeah, of course.
I was Eric Foreman, and my dad was Red Foreman. Dead ass. I was always called a jackass or a dumbass. Straight up.
Yeah.
And looking back, I definitely was a jackass.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Still am.
Dude, it sucks when they're right, bro. It sucks because
I start to acknowledge it, though. I respect them.
Yeah.
I love my parents. We're best friends. I even apologize to them 24/7. I'm like, I'm sorry for being a little fucking shit in high school.
Yeah.
I guarantee that's the reason why my parents drink the amount that they do, because they had to deal with some little shits all the
What
time.
about your ass?
Oh,
living at the Weeper's house. Bro.
Dude, apparently my mom was talking to me. She was like, I used to cry all the time. I'm like,
Oh, no.
I'm like, damn, I'm sorry, Mom. I was just like, I wasn't. A 17-year-old boy's not going to stay cooped up in his fucking house during COVID with his parents. Hell no.
Yeah.
I didn't do that. I told him straight up. I was like, I'm going to stay with the Weepers boys. What turned into about a month, turned into 5 to 6 months of eventually all of us at each other's throats. It was nuts. I remember I got fussed at by the bass player, like yelled at for throwing beer bottles on the side of the house. I know. Yeah, I know. But here's the thing. I was back to the influence talk.
Yeah.
The first one to do it was the fucking singer. He was like, Gavin, watch this. And so a video got out, and bass player was like, what the fuck are you doing? Disrespecting my house. I'm like, I'm not going to out the singer. Like, I'm not going to say anything. So I just like took it like a man.
Dang.
It was nuts.
Yeah, definitely some new influences for you.
Oh, dude, I'm in my 20s now, so I know what to I know what kind of people I need to surround myself with. And to be honest, I think we all grew from being in that band.
Yeah.
Like, tremendously. Especially me. I used to talk a lot of shit about them and how they were treating me, but at the same time, I was such a manipulative little bitch, man. It was so bad.
You get what you want.
I didn't have a job. I was 17. can you give me some food, please? All the time, 24/7, constantly stealing their beers and whatnot. No, but it was definitely very, very, very scary living in that house. It was fun. I loved them to death. All those members. We still talk. And I'm grateful that we still talk.
Yeah.
It was the singer's birthday the other day.
Yeah, there's no need to burn bridges, man. It's
Well, we grew together, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? In that 2 to 3 year span, we definitely like grew with each other. Definitely had some fights. And almost got real nasty a couple of nights. But I was also the fucking instigator half of the time. I was a little shit.
yeah. I was sad to hear y'all break up as a band. Man, y'all had a good thing going. Y'all had a good hold on your audience, and
Dude, I don't even know how. People just really like to beat the shit out of each other for our shows. They love beating the fuck out of each
well, I
other.
mean, if you think about it, in a time like COVID, where the world's going crazy and everyone is a little pissed off at how things are going, I mean, people
Yeah.
need to expel that energy. They need to get it out of there. I mean, punk music is definitely going to be on the up and up if the culture is just calling for it by going crazy and
Yeah.
and by having these authority figures in our lives that we don't respect. I mean, we're just gonna want to fucking
Dude.
shove somebody.
No, dude, dead serious. Like, we had a lot of high schoolers come to the parties and whatnot, but that was only because, like, I was 17 years old. And, like, I was going to invite some high schoolers over, and it was definitely very nerve-wracking. Because, like, it's a bunch of college guys, and he's got a bunch of high schoolers in the fucking house.
Yeah.
Probably not texting their parents where they are.
Yeah.
And now that I'm thinking about it, like, now I'm just like, damn, I could have gotten these boys in some fucking trouble.
Yeah.
But they were very cool about it. They were very like, hey, look, we understand. It's a little sketchy, but we understand, like, you want to have your friends over. That's totally fine. But now I'm thinking about it now. I'm just like, damn. Not only was it my parents worrying about my ass, but I had other parents worrying about their children's asses. Oh, dude. Losers, weepers. Freaking, I remember when I got asked to join the band, too. So, I don't know if you were at their first EP drop.
No, it wasn't.
So, this was back when I was, like, Garbage Fry. I think I was, like, still, like, not, like, freshly Garbage Fry, but it was still, like, the first year I started that. And, dude, that was 2019. That's nuts. So, it was 2019. Wow. Yeah. It's 2023. Holy shit. I know. Freaking what the hell. Time flies by so fast.
Wow, dude.
No, like, I remember, like, so it was the release party for Losers Weepers, and the singer was like, hey, you need to come to this release party.
Yeah.
And it was him, the bass player, and an old friend of ours on the phone. And they were joking around. They were like, we're going to give you gel tabs. We're going to give you gel tabs. We'll give you a gel tab of acid. Come on, you have to come. And I was like, I don't know if I'm going to take that, but okay. They manipulated this shit out of me. They were like, everybody wants Garbage Fry there. Everybody. I get to the fucking party. Nobody knows who I am. Nobody. The only people that knew about me was, like, the bass player and singer and the friend of theirs and ours. And my friends, but, like, nobody knew who the fuck I was. I didn't know where I was either. I was like, what the hell's going on? Ended up getting really cross for that party. That was the last time I ever gotten cross in my life. And they're playing the album, and the singer looks at me, because the singer and the bass player do that freaking DJ guitar duo they used to do. And the singer looks at me and goes, guitar? Here you go. And I grab the guitar. I'm fucked up. I am fucked up. Like, way too fucked up for a 17-year-old.
Oh,
and I am soloing over, I think it was Bulls on Parade by Rage Against the Machine. Yeah. And then I think it was the next day, I come back to the house, to the Weepers house, and the singer goes, hey, we're looking for a guitar player right now. I'm like, I play guitar. And he's like, that's the reason why I'm telling you, jackass. And I remember when the first time me and the singer hit it off real hard is when we watched Beavis and Butthead together.
Oh yeah.
And we were both just laughing like some animals. And we're just like, okay, yeah, we can make this work. We can make this work. I definitely annoyed the shit out of that guy for the longest time, though.
Dang.
I was sleeping in his bed all the time. All the time. I felt really bad. I'd be like, hey, can I sleep in bed with you? I was just sleeping on the fucking couch all the time. I wanted a bed to sleep in.
Yeah.
And he let me sleep in bed with him occasionally.
Yeah.
I remember when he moved to New Orleans and I was staying at his house in New Orleans, he sometimes makes the jokes like, yeah, you're not sleeping in my bed tonight. I'm like, okay, you don't have to say that.
Yeah, but it's got to be interesting to be in a band with the people, with your roommates.
Oh, dude, it's freaking weird.
To live in a house with a punk band. The whole house is filled up with punk motherfuckers. Like,
oh yeah,
and
dude.
you're throwing house parties at that house. I mean, you become a friggin', the center of the center of this family that you're growing. This punk family.
Dude, a lot of people really, really loved us.
Yeah, man, I was one of them.
Thank you. I remember when we had our album release party, man, we were moshing in the living room. It was so tight. The fact that like we kept that fan base for such a long time, I thank my fans for that. That was awesome. Loose Weepers just kind of ended very rough. And then our fan base just went, it was nuts, man. It was freaking nuts. It's so crazy how shit goes down so quick.
Yeah.
Especially like bigger bands, dude. Not saying that we were a bigger band, but like once all that attention's on you, that attention's on you, bro. Like it's nuts.
Yeah.
Like freaking one of my favorite bands just got canceled yesterday. It was freaking nuts.
Dang.
It sucks so bad. It's insane. But do I miss being in Loose Weepers? Hell yes, I do. Will we ever get back together? Oh, hell no. Hell no. I think it's...
Well, been there, learned that. If y'all all learn from it and y'all all move on, then it's okay. But
it was definitely a high school thing for me and a college thing for them.
I was glad I got to be there for it,
Yeah, you definitely saw some shit.
Yeah.
You've definitely come to the house a couple of times. I'm thinking about this one time you came over. I think we're probably thinking the same time where me and you watched YouTube videos.
Yeah.
All night. Yeah. Oh, that's pretty good. That was pretty funny. No, man. I remember the first time you brought your setup to the house.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shart, this is badass. Because you brought your freaking Explorer.
Yeah.
And I think Matt was the one. Oh, fuck. Shit.
It's okay. It's
Dude,
okay.
freaking, it's so hard to go on a podcast. And name drop. Especially when you're getting more tipsy.
That's all right.
No, man. But the singer, I think, asked, he was like, dude, you gotta let me borrow it for a show. And you ended up letting that motherfucker.
I let him use it for a show, bro. Bro, that reminds me, is like he wanted to use it again for another show, and I was gonna let him, and then like he left his guitar in his car, and then I was like,
yeah,
and then like the Explorer was on the ground. I was also just like, I was like, dude, I love you, bro, but
I can't let you do it.
This guitar is an antique. Like it would be my fault if something happened to it because I'm letting you use it. Like,
yeah.
And my dad gave me that guitar, and
dude, I remember the guitor playing being on the floor.
But that's okay. I mean, I was just like, I could have expected that. I could have predicted that
No,
it was gonna
man.
get used.
It was definitely going to get.
It was
Dude,
getting used.
You fucked up by letting Luce's Weepers borrow your gear. You fucked up real bad.
But no, it's okay. It survived.
Dude, it definitely did. And it was.
And y'all got a show out of it.
Oh, yeah, we did. And it was. I actually got some demos done with that guitar. That's
sweet.
some of the freaking badass demos I recorded. Some of the great sounding ones was with that damn guitar. And I think about that guitar sometimes. I'm like, oh god, maybe we should ask Pablo just one time. Dude, it plays really well too.
Well, dude, y'all come shoot some demos over here. You can use it.
Oh, dude, that Explorer is something else, man.
Yeah, it's great.
It's a freaking battle axe. Nah, dude, I would say battle axe would be like an SG.
That too.
Still a battle weapon though.
Oh, it is.
Your Explorer. Where did you get it again?
Antique Mall in Bro Bridge, bro.
Where did you get where did you get the fucking, what's that Fender that
The
you,
Meteora.
where did you get that one?
Lafayette Music. Yeah, Lafayette Music. I walk in. I'll tell you this. It was Black Friday. No. It was the day after Black Friday.
Oh, I was about to say, do not go into a store on Black Friday. Don't do it.
Well, why not?
Save them workers, bro. Save them poor workers.
Oh, yeah.
They're probably losing their damn minds.
Well, anyway, I walk into Lafayette Music the day after Black Friday, and I see the Meteora in there, and there's some guy playing. He's making it sound real good. I'm like, holy shit! I've got to pick up this guitar when he's done. And he puts it back, and I pick it up, and I'm like, oh shit, dude! This feels like an extension of myself. Like this feels like me wrapped up in a guitar, and it just sounds the way I want it to sound.
Oh yeah.
It looks the way I want it to look. It feels the way I think it's gonna feel. And I'm like, oh, dude, I gotta walk out with this guitar. So I played that guitar for 2 hours
In the store.
I played it for 2 hours in the store.
Holy shit.
And then I said, dude, look, man, I've been working all summer. Like, here's my debit card. Take it. If it works, like, I'm gonna walk out with it. If it gets declined, like, I don't know,
out.
but like,
Yeah.
but he was like, it was the day after Black Friday, so I was like, can I please get the Black Friday deal? I think it was like $2,000, and I got it for $1,700.
Oh
And
my
because
god.
he gave me the deal, and a card went through, and that was probably like all of the rest of my money.
I was about to say, dude, that's $1,700.
I was just like, yes, dude, this is the one I'm gonna do. And that guitar, I was 19, or no, I was 18 when I bought it. I was 18, and I took that guitar on like 250 plus gigs. Because I just knew that this was going to be like a professional enough guitar that it was going to be reliable.
Yeah.
And I could go gig with it, and it's going to, one, sound good, and two, not fail me. And like,
That's a great sounding guitar.
and it's got the Telecaster pickups. So basically just a Telecaster with a groovy looking body. And I'm like, okay, this is going to be my workhorse.
Yeah.
And I worked it to death, bro. I mean, it's all like rubbed up. It's got some paint exposed,
Yeah.
or like the paint worn down, and it's definitely gotten me there, man. It's not really retired, but it's just after I played it for 2-3 years, I'm just kind of ready to look at something else. But
Yeah. But it's a great guitar to have in your collection.
Oh, it's gonna last a long time. The Fender Meteora from the Parallel Universe series, like, I'm gonna hold on that forever. I mean, that's,
dude, tell me about that Les Paul though.
oh, dude, the Les Paul, dude, it's got the coil taps. So it's got the humbuckers, zebra humbuckers for the neck and bridge, and I can coil split them so it can get that single,
Coil.
single coil action. It sounds more like a Strat. It sounds real clean, and then I can put it back to the humbucker. And then it's also got a boost, which I like to think of it like a 5-watt boost, because it just sounds like I'm going through a 5-watt amp, and it's just like, it just crunches the shit out of it, and it's like 9-volt battery in the back. Like,
Yeah.
you hit the tone knob, and it pops up, and it turns into the boost, and it's just like, oh, it's now my overdrive's like a fuzz, and it's like I'm like, yeah,
Sunshine of
dude.
Your Love
I'm like,
sounds
yeah,
crazy.
yeah, man.
No, dude. So you can like split the coils.
Split the coils and boost
No,
it. So it's just like,
that's the dream guitar
dude,
right there.
it's like super versatile. I mean, I could take that thing into a studio and cut a whole record, and it sounds like there's a different guitar in every single song. Like,
Oh my gosh, that's what I need.
yeah, but it's heavy as all fuck. Like, it is heavy as shit.
But you got some strap locks for it though.
Yeah, but it's so heavy, bro. I mean, I haven't played a 3-hour gig in a while, but I haven't played a 3-hour gig in maybe like a year.
When was the last time that solo gig that you did at Blue Moon?
Right. That was just an hour long. And then when I play with Gerald, I still use it, but those are like 2-hour gigs.
Mm-hmm.
And it's heavy as shit, but you know, it sounds so good. I gotta use it. But 2 hours is not too bad. It's not too bad.
Not too bad at all. I don't.
3 hours, no breaks.
That's some shit.
You're looking at the clock, like you're watching the clock a little bit.
I still watch the clock, especially like when when I was playing Luce's Weepers, you're jumping around on stage constantly.
Yeah,
you know
it's
what I mean?
tiring, man.
So by like 30 fucking minutes, you're like, oh my god, I need out right now.
Yeah, right.
You got you looking at the set list like, okay, which song can we cut? It was nuts. But oh man, I really like that Les Paul.
Yeah, I love it, man.
And it sounds good too.
So good.
You just be playing with super light ass strings.
Yeah, dude.
It sounds freaking wonky.
But I mean, it really doesn't sound that different, bro.
Dude, it's a hunk of wood. It's a damn hunk of wood. I need to bring my Les Paul over. It's a 1982.
Yeah.
1982 Les Paul recording.
Shit.
And they have these like the pick guards are these freaking like it's like pickup guards, but they're like flappy that go up and they suck so bad. I want them off. I don't know who had the guitar before besides my grandfather, but totally fucked the guitar up. But it sounds phenomenal.
Dang.
It sounds great. I freaking love that guitar. I just wish it wasn't so heavy.
Yeah.
I just need to change out the I need to put strap locks in it. That's what I need to do.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes you feel a little bit more secure, but I really need to carve some wood out the back of that guitar.
Dude, carve some fucking wood out of
So
it.
heavy,
oh
man.
my gosh.
I don't know, man. Be cool one day to get a little guitar sponsorship. Might shoot for some Gibson, but
Dude, I would if I got a guitar sponsorship, I would really like to get like my own Les Paul. I love the way that those Les Pauls sound. Either that or a Fender baritone.
oh, dude, if I can get a cool SG sent to me, bro,
Oh, dude, that's
I would not be upset.
no man. Freaking Angus Young.
Yeah.
Dude, that's how I almost
Jimmy
dressed up as
Page.
dude, I almost dressed up as Angus Young for Halloween last year.
And the short shorts.
Dude, I always wear shorts that are too short for me with my skinny ass chicken legs. I get them from my mama, dude. Swear.
Bro, you gotta go work them out, bro. You gotta
Dude,
get
I got the crater legs and the Broussard gut. That ain't a pretty look, to be honest. Not
Bro.
a pretty look.
Why? I can't believe you don't sing more, bro.
I know, man. I know. I guess I got the crater voice, I guess.
Dang.
Not even. I sing a little bit.
Yeah, you do. You sang for your Garbage Fry project, and
Yeah, it was not the greatest, but I was also 16.
you're doing it.
Yeah.
You know. I'm still working on my voice, man. Like, I didn't think I'd even be singing as good as I am today, and I've still got a lot better to get. So,
Dude, man, look at Jimi Hendrix.
yeah, I know, Jimmy.
Fucking phenomenal guitar player, but
Sure.
what is he, the best singer?
Right.
Fuck no.
Exactly.
But still had hits.
Yeah. Right.
He was literally not even like singing fully. He was just like,
Hey.
yeah, exactly. Like literally, just he's high as fuck. He's literally just jamming on stage and just singing while he's jamming. That's literally what he's doing.
Yeah.
You can do that.
Dude, come check out my show.
Oh, when is your show?
St. Patrick's Day, Blue Moon, bro.
Oh my gosh!
Dude.
If I ain't in New Orleans, then I'm coming.
What you gonna be doing in New Orleans, bro?
St. Patty's parade.
Yeah.
But I would love to. I'm like, I don't even mind missing St. Patty's parade in New Orleans. I'll come see your show because I missed your last solo set.
Dude, this is gonna be a good one. But it is also just the beginning. But dude, I am stoked. We got Dion Pierre he's from New Orleans, but he came in and like we probably only are gonna get 2 or 3 practices before we go play. And I already feel friggin' super confident just because if my drummer and my bass player are tight, like, I mean, I just get to do me.
You're chilling.
I'm chilling, bro. It's a 3-piece. There's no noise. There's no fat to cut. Like, everyone's doing their part. And it feels good. It feels like what I've always wanted, man. I've always wanted to be in a band that I'm just 100% proud of, and that I
Dude, it's some blues rock, man.
I get to be super proud of it because it's me. I get to do my own, all these brain children I've had, like all my original jams and all my guitar work. It's spotlighting me, and that feels good after being a hired gun for a couple of years. It's like it's finally.
Dude, hell yes, man. I'm happy for you.
Thank you, man.
You think it's gonna be a fun time?
Dude.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a fun time.
Yeah, man. It's like,
was the last show that you played fun? Like
it was
jumping.
It was okay turnout, but the people enjoyed it, and I definitely enjoyed it, man. That was a good band too. And there's a lot of things I'm gonna miss about that band, but ultimately I'm just always trying to surround myself with people better than me, and
me fucking too.
And that's what it's all about. So, if I can stick to that, I think I'm going to do all right. But
yeah,
my last band was fun too, man. I mean, that was Blake Birch and Stefan Palumbo, and I've been friends with those dudes forever. And so it was super fun, and they're cats too, so that sounded great in its own way.
It's crazy, man. Freaking every time I think of Blake Birch, I'm like, I just think of Rock Camp.
Yeah, I know Rock
That
Camp.
was the first guy that I met at Rock Camp.
Really?
And guess who was the other person? Guess who was like with him?
Marco?
No, it was Gage Broussard.
Oh, Gabe Broussard.
Gabe Broussard, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were the first 2 people I met at Rock Camp.
Interesting. Yeah.
Weird, huh?
But cats, man. I mean,
dude, some cats. I'm surprised Joe Bryson didn't go to Rock Camp with us.
He did.
Wait, he did?
He did. He went for like a year or 2.
Proves my point. Everybody in the Mamas went to Rock Camp.
Everybody had their mamas.
Everybody in the Mamas went to Rock Camp. No, I had a real fun time at Rock Camp. It was a blast.
Yeah, man.
I remember looking up to you at Rock Camp.
Yeah.
That freaking Freebird guitars.
Yeah, man. Yeah, dude. Oh, I can't believe we lost, bro. But I messed it up a little bit for the audition, but.
Well, you still won Battle of the Bands twice.
The next year, yeah.
The next year, yeah.
Or maybe the year after that, too. It was Comfortably Numb and Creep, and we won. We won first and second place because you got to be in multiple bands, and that was kind of the cheat code. But
the cheat code,
the cheat code. You saw like some other people like stay on stage as 4 other bands swapped out. And it's like, okay, well, you've auditioned 4 times. Like, yeah, I guess you have kind of a little bit of a hand up. But
dude, 4 times.
Yeah, bro. I mean, I didn't do it 4 times. I just had those 2 bands. They happened to win, but
dude, that's freaking nuts. You won with 2 bands.
Yeah, 2 different bands.
You're lucky even place. Dude, you get lucky if you even win with a first band.
I know, man. It was, and look, I'd been going to Rock Camp since I was 6 years old.
Wee little lad.
From 6 years old till 17, and I wanted to win Battle of the Bands every single year. I wanted it so bad. I tried out, just like,
It
didn't
was
get it.
your last year that you
My
won,
last
that
year
you
there.
won.
I could have technically gone when I was 18, but I was working that summer. So I
Yeah.
went to till 17, and I won first and second place in the two bands that I auditioned with. And
It just made me so sad that it was only a week.
yeah,
It's only a week-long camp, dude.
felt a lot longer when I was younger.
Dude, it felt so long when you would go.
Yeah.
We wake up early in the morning. Me and the homies would get dropped off at rock camp.
Yeah.
Oh,
dude.
and I would be sleeping over at my friend's house for rock camp. It was I think it was the second year, and we slept over at each other's houses. And it was like, all right, first day of rock camp, let's fucking full send it. Come on, let's go. I remember my first year in meeting one of my two of my best friends. One of them being Marco,
Yeah.
Narco Black.
Yeah.
Me and that boy. I just surrounded myself with some cats that freaking could play. It's nuts. We all started playing guitar so young, and we just wanted to be near some cats that also play guitar really well. Also, another great guitar player that was in that class with me, guitar player for Void.
Oh, no way. Gabe Lejeune went to rock camp?
Gabe Lejeune went to rock camp, and I think his older brother, too.
Yeah, okay. Well, I knew his older brother went, from Jebediah's band.
Oh, dude, I forgot about Jebediah. But, freaking Gabe and his older brother, they both play in LA Rocks as well.
Okay.
I don't know if you've ever seen LA Rocks before. I've
Sounds
heard
familiar.
of them. You've heard of them?
It sounds familiar.
They play like 80s. Yeah. They play like 80s covers, like of like 80s glam covers.
Yeah.
Maybe some Guns N' Roses.
Yeah.
But
No way.
no, he doesn't play with him anymore. Yeah, he doesn't play with him anymore. Hope he's not. I hope he doesn't end up listening to this.
That's all right.
No, but we definitely found some cool cats at rock camp.
Oh, dude, I mean, at so young, we were thrown into the music scene.
And we all ended up just like growing to be better musicians.
Yeah.
And we like stuck with that path, which is freaking
There's definitely some people
fantastic.
that didn't stick with it, and we definitely did.
I think what was so cool about rock camp for us though, the teachers like knew. They were like, okay, they're
They had their
definitely
favorites, bro.
Dude, the teachers definitely had their favorites. The teachers definitely had their favorites.
Yeah.
We also had some solid ass teachers, man.
Oh, dude, cats. I mean, we had Lafayette's local scene teaching us, which was like, yo,
Dude, you got Spank the Monkey. You got freaking.
Chad Viatar.
You got Chris French. You got freaking. What is it? Joe Gary.
Yeah,
Dude, freaking phenomenal.
that was crazy, man.
Chris French in his power stance when he plays the bass, the upright. Have you ever seen his power stance before?
Oh, dude, what? He was my first guitar teacher.
Chris French?
Chris French was my first guitar teacher.
Not Chad?
I was 5 years old, and it was at Scott's Drums in the back room. I'm getting taught Mary Had a Little Lamb by Chris French. And then I graduated to Chad later. But,
I
like,
was about to say.
yeah, I mean, Chris was probably my age now whenever I was 5 years old. And now here we are. So that is so insane.
That is crazy, Scotch drum.
But you have somewhere to be? You need to end this soon? Or?
Oh, no, I was just looking at my phone.
All good, man. All good.
Yeah, sorry if the hand like this was concerning.
No, all good, man. All good. Just checking.
We
'Cause
can-
it's been going a while, but
We can go jam if you want.
I'm down to do that, man.
You want to go jam?
Yeah, you jam. You good? Yeah, I'm good. That's a good spot to end it, man.
Yeah,
thank
really
you for
good
coming,
stuff.
bro. Let's go jam, bro.
Let's go fucking jam.
Bye, guys.